Is it a scam or legit? In this episode, we'll be looking at G999. This is Chris Trade. Alright guys, G999. So just a full disclosure, I am not a MLM marketer of G999. I do not trade, nor do I own any of the G999 coins itself. So I believe this project came about well, it was actually launched in November. So, December. So when any new project comes about and I'm looking to invest in, I actually want to know who's the team, what are their experiences, do they have any credibility in the crypto community, have they launched successful previous projects. On top of that, I want to know, I want to understand how did this entire concept come about. What was the catalyst for this to come about. Most people have commented on the white paper, so I'm not really going to go into the white paper at all, but I will say that the white paper, and I'm in agreement with the majority of people, it is certainly a sales brochure. It is not a white paper, and that's a bit of a red flag for me itself. In fact, everything that you can find in the white paper, you'll actually find it on the website itself. I mean, you don't even need to go to the white paper. There's just really nothing there. So I think we go and have a look at the team, see what's back in this particular project. And what I'm finding is there is 1, 2, 3, 4 people. This surely cannot be the team of 4 people that has created this MLM ecosystem called G999. I find that very hard to believe. I mean, I want to know who is this guy's team. I want to see this team. It should actually be on this website. I want to know what are their backgrounds, what are their qualifications, what projects have they worked on, do they have credibility in the in the crypto sphere or in the technology sphere itself. I've got a couple of red flags with this particular gentleman. This particular gentleman, as well as Joseph, seems to have come from Karatbars itself. So Joseph was a partner of Karatbars with Harold, and this G999 seems to be a spin-off or a fork-in from Karatbars. I'm led to believe that there was some sort of a fallout between himself and Harold. I really don't know, but that's something we'll certainly dive into in in future episodes. But what I can tell you is Karatbars has been split into 3 entities, G999 being one of them, and then you got V999 run by Harold, and then you've got Freebay itself. And collectively, if you put these 3 entities together, well, you land up with Karatbars itself. So right off the bat, from a credential point of view, I'm just not seeing this guy's actual credentials. I mean, he has extensive experience in blockchain technology. Well, prove it. From what I could see, you developed, the exchange on Karatbars, and you developed the KBC, but that was an utter disaster. I mean, if that is your extensive experience, then that shows me that I'm backing a bad horse here. That you had a failed project, and now you want me to back you with a potentially another failed project. So where is your credentials? I mean, specifically states. I mean, this entire thing is just one sentence, but you want my money based off of one sentence. I mean, he strongly believes that performance means work, seriousness, and professionalism. That means nothing. I mean, you may as well just say, I like pink elephants that have wings and unicorns that prance along in my garden. It's just as effective. It means absolutely nothing. I mean, 4 people, this is a complete joke. Absolute joke. I mean, where's your team? Where is your team, buddy? All right, and we have a look at Joseph. Again, you're a partner from a a previous project called Karatbars. I mean, that's your resume. And it was a complete disaster. That is your resume. So what makes you think that I have faith that G999 is going to be any different? Okay. Again, one sentence. This is your credentials to me that you've given me is one sentence. This is not good enough. What is your actual experience here? Experience gained in financial and sales of precious metals. Okay, but where? Show me. You know, especially gold in Europe, Asia, America, and South America. Okay, well, list it. Have a website or something that you've got all your credentials on. Or something. What are your qualifications to be this financial experienced financial expert in precious metals? Okay, what experience do you have in cryptocurrency? If Karatbars is the extent of your experience, well, that was a disaster. Why must I back you for what could potentially be another disaster? So this is just red flags. I'm not impressed with what I'm seeing here. Any credible project that is out there, have a look at their teams. They give the entire disclosure of their teams, their qualifications, how long they've been in the industry for, previous projects that they worked for. They even go so far as listing their advisors that they've got on board, and investors that they've got on board, and listing their qualifications and their successes. This is, not impressive at all. So major red flag. I just want to dive a little bit deeper with regards to the second half of his sentence here, because I came across the Consumer Protection Forum of Berlin, and they actually even bring this into question. So if we go over here, this is the Consumer Protection Forum of Berlin. Now it says that Joseph allegedly opened his first mine in Madagascar. It doesn't say, where's Madagascar? What happened there? And then pretty much South America, the Amazon region particularly suffers extremely from environmental damage caused by mining of precious metals. Most of the mines are also illegal. And even if there is legally acquired concession, the acquisition is often associated with bribes. So whether, Joseph operates a legal or illegal mine here ultimately only plays a subordinate role. But bringing that into question, because one of his partners is this Gashin, which is supposedly his local partner who runs a direct subsidiary of GCB called Gold Standard Operations. But in this article, they can't find the guy. So neither the local partner can be found, nor does the name company appear anywhere apart from the promotional items. So I've got this Consumer Protection Forum throwing this entire, credibility into doubt, because this isn't credibility. So again, just question marks. I can't take this sentence as your word. Prove it. And they're just not doing it here. So, and I have reasons to believe that they're not proving it, because this is not true at all. One of the other issues that I came across, and this is still, the whole Karatbar fiasco is because, no one listened to these financial regulatory or advisory bodies, and people end up losing money with regards to the utter destruction or the fall down of Karatbars. You had the FSCA, the South African financial conduit, giving warnings out to the public. The German Federal Financial Supervisory Authority, the British Columbia, this is Canada, Quebec, again, Canada, the AMF, the Bank of Namibia, I believe, actually banned Karatbars in their country. They actually outright called it a pyramid scheme. I mean, we got to give props to Namibia. I mean, at least they could identify a pyramid scheme or Ponzi scheme when they see one. So this is a major red flag. So this is the environment or the resume of Joseph, and it's not a fantastic resume. This is not a great resume. If I go over to another German outlet, which is Handelsblatt, the man has a certain past. This is Joseph, most recently at Karatbars, with the virtual currency Karat gold coin. Investors have lost a lot of money. And it's true. If you go to the Telegram groups, which is Karatbars lawsuit discussion, there's a lot of pissed off people there. If you go to the V999 discussion group, you'll see a hell of a lot of pissed off people there. Also go to the Scam Busters group. You'll see a lot of pissed off people complaining that they've lost money, seeking help, how they can get their money back from what happened to Karatbars. So this is not a great resume. This is absolutely a disastrous resume. I would not be proud of such a resume at all. So this is a major red flag for me. This team is not convincing me at all. This gentleman is not convincing me at all. But I had to dig a little bit more as well. I want to have a look at the Karatbars side of things as well. There is again plagiarism. You know, if we go over here, Karatbar scam, caught forging and copying. So they allegedly copied a company. I'm just trying to find their name now. Antofagasta. So this is the company that they allegedly plagiarized their documentations, you know, their financial reports. And it's just incredible. Documents after documents after documents. And what I found quite interesting is you could actually download the original document from that company, and you can see from the Karatbars document how they copied from the original documentation. So check it out. Guys, all the links that I'm busy showing you now will be in the description, that you could actually go and see for yourself and walk through this entire website where they point out all the discrepancies that was copied. So it's worth a good read, but check it out. So yeah, I'm not liking what I saw happen with the entire KBC thing, which presumably this gentleman came up with, was tasked to create and deploy. Absolute disaster, complete disaster. Now, this took me a couple of digs to find, but I believe I found the actual developers, the team behind G999, because it's the same team that is behind Bitcoin POS, proof of stake. And Bitcoin POS was actually at the launch of G999. All right. And Joseph is the head of the company behind Bitcoin POS and G999. So Joseph actually owns Bitcoin POS. Their development team was the team actually behind G999. Okay. Now, I want to focus a little bit on BPS, Bitcoin Proof of Stake. And you're going to find the same manipulation is exactly what is happening in G999. So if we read here, we also took another closer look at the distribution of coins. The staggering of the block subsidy can be found in the Bitcoin POS. So they're calling into question is how did they conduct the distribution? That's what they're calling into question here. So while the creators in the white paper write that the first 5,000 blocks equal 250,000 coins will be retained as pre-mines for further development, we have reason to believe that there are even 120,000 blocks with a total of 3.5 million coins. If you count these against the 3.9 million available BPS coins at the moment, the issuers own almost 90% of the current total offer. In other words, GS Gold Standard partners, Joseph owns 90% of the available coins. And it's the similar, exact same arguments that will now be put forward for G999. In fact, this particular article from BlockTrainer concludes that it's more than 90% of G999 coins is actually sitting with Joseph. But the way they came up with that figure is simple, just simple maths, as you can see here. Which now leads me to G999. So we're going to show you the connection here. And I want to go to another YouTuber, which is Gcrypt. And please, guys, go check them out. They are a fantastic bunch of people. They're doing great things in the space. And they're definitely worth a subscription and a watch. Right, let's get to it.
Where am I going? What am I looking for?
Well, I thought there was only supposed to be 4,000 masternodes.
So the 407 that he's picking up, if we go over here, 404. So if we go back, what is going on? There's clear market manipulation in terms of their masternodes. Their masternodes, they were meant to be the first in the industry in terms of having a limit of 4,000 masternodes, a hard limit of 4,000 masternodes. Yet they can easily manipulate more masternodes into this entire system, which is calling the entire ecosystem's actual credibility into question here. Because A, is your security not up to scratch? This is why you need to add in extra masternodes from time to time. That's a red flag. What is actually going on here? Why are you adding more masternodes when your hard limit was set to 4,000? This makes no sense. So there's clear manipulation of what is actually going on here. So if we carry on, we'll start to piece the puzzles together.
So the white paper basically tells you that there's 116,724,409,448. So we're already 100 million over that.
So this is an inflationary, deflationary coin.
Yeah. And what's very strange is block one. If you go to if you're on the Explorer there now, let me just switch to your screen. If you're on the Explorer screen, and you can search there by block or hash and so on. If you put in block one and just push search, you'll see that the first, just put one, just put the number one.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. Okay.
Okay. So you'll see the first block. There's a whole bunch of coins made there. I think it's 570. But there's no creation of the rest of the supply. But if you go to block two, that's where the main supply is created. So already from block one, you've created more than what is in the supply of the coin, going immediately from block one.
And carry on where Gcrypt video actually ended in our topic. And you'll notice when it comes to their coins, G999 coin can be freely exchanged by owners for fiat money as well as other cryptocurrencies. So from the white paper, what also gives us stomach ache is the fact that although an initial supply of little more than 16 billion G999 coin is given, it is never mentioned how they were distributed, which is the exact same feature or red flag that is now mentioned, that was mentioned previously in Bitcoin POS. This again gives us reason to believe that these went straight into the publisher's pocket. Similarly to Bitcoin POS, are therefore here even 99.5% of all outstanding are G999 coins owned by the founders. This is why you're seeing such discrepancies. This is why you're picking up blocks on the second block, an oversupply of what was actually mentioned in the white paper. I mean, nothing in the first block and then complete oversupply. So major discrepancies, and I believe the discrepancies that we're seeing in G999 is the exact same setup with Bitcoin POS in terms of making sure that 90% of the holdings of the coins are sat with Joseph or GS partners. So massive red flag here. This is massive market manipulation. It's concerning. It is absolutely concerning. See, allegedly G999 coin is limited resource, allegedly, and of course they disagree. Okay, so you're given a certain image on the white paper of G999. You're given a certain image of a limited supply in the Bitcoin POS's white paper, but there's anything but. And the majority of the coins are sitting at GS partners. It's incredible. So one of the other projects that's actually connected to Bitcoin POS is the Stellarfund. I'm not going to dive too heavily into this. You can actually go and check out Crypto Magazin, Stellarfund scam or serious. So pretty much, quite a huge lengthy discussion on whether it's a scam or not. And but what is interesting to take from this particular operation is, for us, it looks like Bitcoin POS is the exact project for the money collected, the exit project, from the money collected from the Stellar project. The unsuspected investors have deposited their valuable Bitcoins and have now received worthless BPS coins for it. Now, this is exactly what is happening with G999. So this is the exact project, similarity to Bitcoin POS. The unsuspecting investors have deposited the valuable Bitcoins into G999 and have now received worthless G999 coins for it. So what I'm saying is they're stealing. I wouldn't say stealing, but they are taking your Bitcoins. Okay, they are not releasing the entirety of the coins into the market. There is an unnumber of coins actually sitting originally with GS Partners itself. And it is the same team that developed Bitcoin POS that has developed G999, and it is the exact same setup itself. So this is calling in a hell of a red flag for me that is screaming, run. I would not put my money into this because this is not addressing any of my pain points. In fact, this is just adding to my pain points. By the way, Bitcoin POS was actually launched in May 2020. They went kind of public and, calling it decentralized, secure, and fast, and the same, G999 in December. But again, just notice all of these similarities. So this is the development from May. How is this open source and decentralized? There is no projects here at all. None. I see no open source projects being added to Bitcoin POS. All right, and let's look at G999. Nothing at all. So this is very concerning from an open source point of view, or from an open development point of view. There is no development from the community onto this project. And if we look from the shared files of GS Bank G999, we can see it's a copy or a fork from PIFS, PIVX. So effectively all they've done really is just copied PIVX itself. If you go through the documentation, again, links will be in the descriptions for you guys. So what I've found with this entire G999, again, I mean, look at this, 3998 now. What are they burning masternodes? Is this what this is? It's deflationary, people, because we're burning masternodes. Now we're at 3998. What is going on here? What is going on? So, you know, they're burning, you know, the deflationary of the burning of the coins is not working. Let's just burn masternodes. I mean, that's this is what it's looking like to me now. This is insane. So yeah, I'm not entirely impressed with this project at all. Right, so they're asking you to obviously exchange your Bitcoin for G999 because they want your Bitcoin. And if we have a look at Bitcoin, I mean, look at the valuability of Bitcoin. It's at 47,000, 3.1% up for the day. I mean, this is incredible. I mean, Bitcoin has proven its worth. It's proven its design. And if we look at G999, I mean, we had a pump and dump because this was the day that they listed on some of the well-known exchanges, dubious ones, by the way. Were literally pump and dump. But this is just going down. A little spike up here for the day, but again, you know, it's just going down and down and down and down. So I'm not seeing much viability in this particular coin itself. Sure, you know, it's mentioned it's up on 8.2%, but I mean, look how low. I mean, it's just not worth it to swap your Bitcoin, which is at this amount, in order to burn this crap. This is a shitcoin. This is a very definition of a shitcoin with its pump and dumps. This is absolutely insane. So I want to go back to Gcrypt's video here, and he actually did a critique on a local South African MLM promoter, which is part of a company called GI Hugeness. And this particular gentleman's name, who is promoting G999, is Brendan Earp Jones. And what is interesting in the video, unfortunately, Brendan complained to YouTube to have the video taken down. So Gcrypt is from their side just waiting for the video to actually be published again. But the one point that I want to speak about on Brendan Earp Jones' presentation was a point where they're harping on about the deflationary model. In other words, you know, they mine and then they burn. They mine and they burn. They mine and they burn. And this apparently is to help the deflationary model and drive the price of their scarcity coin. Well, I actually want to dispute that and tell you that it is absolutely a load of nonsense. The concept of burning is actually called proof of burn, and it's actually taken from the stock market itself. what would happen in the stock market is the evaluation of the stock would actually decrease over time, or whatever the case is. The company would then buy its stocks off the market and take it effectively out of circulation, burning their stock, if I can put it that way. So it's a very similar concept. It's just now been applied in the crypto world, and this is where this proof of burn comes about. But it's actually an inconsistent proof, and Investor did a fantastic job, investigating this. So Bitcoin Cash has this type of model, proof of burn, and if we have a look, Ample is now slowing down the inflation rates of BCH, and this may be contributed to the massive growth of Bitcoin Cash has experienced in the recent week. This is due to the burning of Bitcoin Cash. So it says this may be contributed. Okay, so not 100% certain that this is why Bitcoin Cash is actually, has done well for itself. But before Bitcoin Cash got in on the coin burning, though, Binance Coin explored a similar strategy, well, the same strategy with their BNB. And again, the results are inconclusive. I mean, they burned quite a huge amount of coins. But so far, BNB has yet to see the same massive gains that Bitcoin Cash experienced. But it has nonetheless been a top performer. So irrespective whether Binance has been a top performer, cannot be contributed to the proof of burn, because they have not seen the same outcome that Bitcoin Cash had. Okay, so you've got an inconsistency here. And further to this, the Bitcoin model actually disproves this entire proof of burn concept. All right, Bitcoin forks off. Okay, it was built to be a store of value. It was not built to be, the fastest form of payment transfer. It wasn't designed to compete against PayPal and Visa and the likes. As mentioned, it was meant to be a store of value. It was meant to be secure, unhackable, and it was meant to be transparent. Okay, you do not get true word decentralization than Bitcoin. All right. So whenever you see a company saying that they are the true decentralization, or they will usher in the true decentralization, well, they're rubbish, because it's equivalent to me saying I'm going to make something that's yellow and it's going to be truer than gold. Well, no, you can't get truer than gold. So just be very careful with statements like that. It's just marketing gimmicks at the end of the day. But suffice it to say, the proof of burn concept is actually quite inconsistent in its methodology, and it cannot prove or guarantee that this deflationary model that G999 has adopted is going to send their coin skyrocketing at the end of the day. So there is risks involved in this. Okay, so if we go back to Gcrypt and we go back to the presentation that was done by Brendan Earp Jones, at the back end of that particular video, another gentleman by the name of Bruce Hughes, who is also part of this Hugeness MLM marketing team, a local South African team, was talking about how this is not an investment. Okay, now whenever you hear MLMers, particularly in the crypto space, talking about this is not an investment, what they're doing is a play on words, because that term investments is found in the very definition of a pyramid scheme. Okay, so but if you take that word out, it is no longer a pyramid scheme but an MLM scheme. Okay, so it's a play on words. And that's what he's trying to do there very cleverly, is to say that it's not an investment into this project, which is absolutely rubbish. They want your money to invest into this particular project. Okay, you heard Brendan Earp Jones in the beginning of that video saying your crypto portfolio. In other words, your investment portfolio includes cryptocurrencies, okay? And it is an investment. And I'll show you just now that the FSCA actually calls it investing into, MLM products. So you can't get away from that itself. One of the other sticking points that I had a chuckle about with Bruce Hughes was when he was talking that the FSCA, when it comes out with its regulations, they welcome the regulations, and. Well, I wonder how his tune is going to change when we read the following. And this is from MoneyWeb, and this was a press release given on the 4th of February from the South African financial conduit, and given a warning on crypto assets. And what they said here, which was quite telling, multi-level marketing and Ponzi schemes. Now, this is very telling because they replaced the word multi-level marketing, pyramid scheme, with the word multi-level marketing, because typically pyramid and Ponzi schemes go one in one when when you're discussing these type of topic. So that's the lingo. Now you put in multi-level marketing in place of pyramid schemes, and Ponzi schemes are able to exploit fears of being left out, which draws in new investors. Okay, so it is an investment. So further driving up the price of a highly volatile assets. All right, multi-level marketing is not going to fly here in terms of crypto legislation with the FSCA. So I don't know how they think they're going to get a license to promote G999. So even from a future point of view, I cannot see this project lasting itself. It might last in other countries, but I'm in South Africa, and I don't see a future for it here in South Africa, particularly with the FSCA going to make it very difficult for them itself. So I don't see very much promise in this particular project itself. And I don't know how they're going to convince the FSCA that it's not an investment. You got to remember, MLMers are not financial experts. They are not crypto experts. They are not portfolio managers. Okay, they do not have economic degrees. They are simply salespeople. So you're being sold to get into these schemes. And that's ultimately what multi-level marketing is. It's selling, but it's the dark arts of selling at the end of the day. Anyway, guys, that is all I have for you today. In the next episodes, we will be looking at V999, run by Harold. Right, guys, this is Chris Trade, and have a great day.